What is going on, guys, and welcome to the Blades of Glory Age of Legends Combat Basics tutorial. I'm Blindgoofball.
I'm Naterrulz.
And look at that, a new wave in Legends. Anyway, we're in a duel right now, just so we can show some stuff without being interrupted by third parties in Arena. But we're just going to go over a lot of basic combat things today, so that you can learn how to play the game. I want to real quick mention that we're going to mention key bindings here, but because key bindings are remappable, just keep that in mind that if you've changed yours, they will not apply. We're going to go over the defaults though. So, let's get started.
Absolutely. Let's start with movement, the most basic of things.
So of course, WASD moves on a controller. It's going to be your left stick, so I can move forward towards him. He's moving towards me. Okay, and then you heard that beep there. That was showing he's in range of my weapon. If I get just in the right area, right here, he's in range of my weapon. Why is my range beacon so slow? That's interesting. Oh well. I can turn with Q and E or my right stick. He's now behind me. And that's that. So if I swing, I can hit him. If I back away, I cannot. The range beacon's in, I can hit him. Now, I cannot. Very useful for basic combat because now you know when you're in range. If I step into his range and then I raise my guard, I just blocked him. If I'm not blocking, of course he'll hit me. But if I hold down parry, which is L by default, or right bumper on the controller, then I block him. You also probably heard the stamina indicator in the background. It was that tone that was going down and up in pitch, indicating how high my stamina is.
And also a note with that, as your stamina bar will go down as you parry. So he got me on perfect timing there. However, if you're just holding the parry button, your parry stamina will go down to 0 and you'll have no more stamina.
Which means you can't block.
Yeah.
Now, if you parry someone at low enough stamina, you get guard broken and you get stunned instead of them, which is their window to counterattack as well. So you have to watch your stamina. Let's see if we can get this to happen here. We need to be like 20 stamina. Got guard broken. So you hear that wonderful sound, and that just shows that I got guard broken. I was stunned for a second, and he could have attacked there if he wanted to.
Precisely.
Next up, shields.
Oh,
so, I'm holding a greatsword right now. The greatsword is two-handed. That is reflected in the equipment's description in the Customize Equipment menu. If I hit Tab on the keyboard or X on my controller to switch to my maul, which is one-handed, I can raise my shield by holding space or left trigger on the controller. And if I walk up to him now and he swings at me, I block it. Now in duels, your shield endurance is doubled and your shield does not repair, but in Arena, your shield will repair while it's lowered. I can also, if I get close enough to him, shield bash him with B or left bumper on the controller. And that knocks him back and does some damage. If he tries to shield bash me when my shield's raised, you can actually block the shield bash with your shield.
Or if I come up to him and just bash him anyway.
Or I'll bash him because he wasn't going to do it. But it just knocks you back. So that's how that works. You can shield bash each other around. It also takes a little endurance from your shield. If he raises his shield and I swing at him, eventually, that's his shield breaking. Now, he no longer has a shield, so I can hit him. So you do have to be mindful of your shield endurance as well. There's a lot to keep track of here. If I hold down my attack button, again, O by default, or right trigger on my controller, I charge up an attack, that engage is ready, and I just released it, which was a stun attack because I'm using a mace type weapon. If I switch to my greatsword,
I'll do this one actually. So if I hold down my greatsword and then attack, what it does is a full 360-degree swing, so that it hits everything around you, which is great for in Legends or when you're fighting like 3 players at once.
And it can hit multiple targets, and I can parry it as I showed there. If he does it again, he charges it up, and I parry it. You can block those, so that is something to keep in mind. If you hear it coming, you can block it, and you should block it. You can also block it with a shield. If he does it now, the shield can also block that. It is also a good time if someone's charging to attack them because they cannot defend themselves, especially if they have a two-handed weapon. You can use your shield while you're charging.
Go ahead and charge. And I'll do it.
If I charge, he can hit me, but I just released because you can release a partially charged attack, and that got the kill.
Nice. Well,
that's how that works. Next thing we're going to talk about is abilities.
Oh boy,
So, my greatsword. This is its attack speed, but I'm running Berserk right now, which is a pretty good ability.
Me for a second there, buddy.
Not my favorite ability. I'm a charge person at this point, but here's my speed now. If I activate it, I am swinging really fast now. That is very powerful. It just got nerfed recently, but it's still very, very powerful.
Okay, and there are also several other abilities, such as Juggernaut, which makes your resistances go way up for a few seconds. Which
You become the ultimate tank.
Great.
Charge, of course, makes you move really fast. Mighty Slam is kind of fun because it makes your shield bashes send players flying. Like, really flying. It's great.
It's a lot of fun.
But I think we'll just have a normal duel now.
Yeah, I'll let you kill me, and then we'll go into duels. If you want to just go ahead and actually do it.
We'll have a little bit of a duel. We'll go a little slow so you guys can see what it looks like.
Okay.
So I counterattacked him there. I switched to my shield. And looks like a shield bash. So that's another thing. If you get too close to him, shield bash him. Like I just did there. I just parried him and I counterattacked. I shield bashed him because there's a goal here.
And our rule was no goal, right?
Correct. So he just parries me. I'm trying to just continue to face him. I'm going to put my great swords in a longer sweep angle and longer range.
An important trick, as I'm talking about maneuvering, if you can outmaneuver your enemy to get behind him or they're not able to find you, that pays off really well when it comes to stuff.
Yes. I sort of outmaneuvered his outmaneuvering though. And that's a tactic too. If your opponent is playing the maneuvering game, if you are good enough with your fingers to keep facing them, you can counter that outmaneuvering. And you have to be facing your opponent to hit them. So I like to generally follow my opponents around. And when I do that, I usually just keep facing them, and they really can't get away from me, and it's really annoying for them.
And it works. What's the trick to get good at this game? Practice.
A lot of it.
You just have to practice. We've seen so many people get really good at this game, and it's only been out for a week at this point. It's not the most complicated game to get a hang of. Once you learn the basic controls and you start applying some of the skills and such, it gets really fun and really simple. So I've heard a lot of people who are talking about it's hard to play. It is at first, but I promise it's worth it later on.
Yes, there's a pretty steep learning curve, but it's a really satisfying learning curve.
It's way worth it.
I want to see if there's anyone in this player's menu who's in arena. There is 1,
There's
2,
several people in
3,
arena.
4, 5.
There's several people in arena.
So we're gonna jump into arena. I'm gonna use a different loadout. This one's got a warhammer and a flail.
Ooh.
And charge. I'm gonna show you guys charge. Alright, so I'm in arena now. Oh, hello. I saw that charge attack coming from a broad axe. He's gonna swing at me. He is missing. He just carried me. Oh, he has instinctive guard! That's another thing. Instinctive guard. It's a chance to automatically parry certain weapon types on some weapons. He's just spamming his parry button. He's charging. He just missed. I'm trying to land hits with the warhammer, and he's not like a very erratic pattern. But honestly, it worked for him. Charge, get up close to him, and smash him.
Oh, man, nice. You just killed Chloe.
Well, there's a goal here. I have picked up a tactical. Let's throw that. Those are things you can throw at people and get some range and do some nice damage. It's J on keyboard or B on the controller. You can switch between them with levels and brackets, or you have levels and brackets.
Really great way to start an end fight. Think of it like, if y'all play shooter games, think of it similar like a grenade launcher. It's really great to start a finish fight, and kind of set the tone for the battle.
Yes.
That's the way that they're supposed to use. That's the best way to use them.
So I just got that other person. He kind of tried to get away from me by circling me. There's people charging the tactical here. I want to see if I can land a tactical with them. Yes, I just got the kill with the tactical. That was nice.
Nicely done.
So that's another thing, you can kind of snipe attack with this. I I'm gonna use another one of my favorite strategies. So start with the Warhammer and charge into this fight at the same time. And land that.
Yeah, I can tell because you landed it on me.
And then I just got dagger thrown.
Nice.
So I'm gonna real quick fix my range beacon. How did that get set to slow? I'm not sure. But that'll make it beep a little more frequently, which is what I like. I'm gonna come with the same loadout. There is a huge fight that I want to sort of take my way into. Okay, how do I want to play this? There is a whole,
You just walked into a crowd of 3 people, I have no idea who you are.
third party.
Third party?
Ow! So yeah, arena can end very quickly like that if you're not careful. We'll do a couple more fights here, but then I think I'll conclude it for today.
And then as another note, this is on the lead. Ingot gathering. Why is it so hard? Part of the thing we did when we made this combat faster, since
It'll
you can
add
kill
up.
people faster, yes, you get ingots so much faster. We've seen some people, I mean, already has one side of it. Armor isn't important yet, and that's 10% of our player base. So it is doable. It takes a little time at first, but it's so easy to get ingots. So much fun. Very sad.
Yes. Boom! Flail. Someone just almost did a charge attack. That's why they killed me. Okay, so we're comparing each other right now. Ow! I just got hit with a charge attack from a mace type weapon. What's that, my warhammer right here? Someone played. Yeah, buddy. Whoa! Okay, never mind. I don't want to be in that fight.
That's the area picking your fights. But as you see here with Blindgoofball, he's strategizing how to get this fight.
And I just got found by a sword.
And he died.
Yes. I'll go in here. Whoa! Spawn dropped!
That's unfortunate. And this will be our last one. So picking your fights is big. While you're doing this right, let's go show like one favorite strategy, a favorite like weapon.
I really like how you Warhammer shield thing. Get his shield out of here!
That's a good one.
Yes, the Warhammer for the win.
Okay. I think my favorite right now, I'm using classic stuff, Arming Sword and Maul. They're some of the first weapons we ever made. I like them because they're both one-handed, so I can use a shield with them. They're kind of like your middle-of-the-pack weapons. They're not super fast, but they're not super powerful. They're kind of average. And that's the kind of way I like to use it, especially with like a heavier armor, because then I can go ahead and tank damage, but give out enough damage to keep people away, which is really helpful.
Yeah, I just missed my Warhammer charge. Got him. Alright. Next time I die, we will... Ow. Quit carrying me! Someone just killed people. I don't want to get in between them. Edge. Because if you get in between them, you're going to be hit with both of them. And then I'm going to get charge attacked.
Good. So as you can see, like, even as devs, like, you're not supposed to be racking up, like, 40 kill streaks. That's not the kind of game this is, especially with the faster respawn thing. Again, it's something that takes a little time to get the hang of, but I promise you it's worth it. And as always and such, we have a great Discord server. Check it out. The Blades of Glory channel, you can put in any sort of questions. That's what we do. We answer them as quickly as we can.
Yes, we're going to be answering questions there. We answer questions on public chat. Normally that's on. I have mine muted as of now, just for the sake of the video. But normally I have that on, and I'll always answer questions that get posted there. And we are also planning a stream that is probably going to end up on Tuesday. We have not yet figured out the time, but we'll announce it on the Audio Games Forum on Discord, and probably on Blades of Glory public chat a couple of times too.
So make sure you're there for that as well,
make sure to show up.
Blades of Glory, again, it's a multiplayer game, so you are playing the game with us. So the more of you that show up, the more fun we're going to have in just a whole mess of crazy stuff.
Yep,
First
we're
time we
playing
released was
Arena,
such a
Legends,
blast.
Duels. It's going to be everything.
Oh,
Make
yeah.
sure to show up. We'll be answering your questions. But until then, hopefully this was helpful. Don't forget to leave any comments you have. If you've got any questions, we will keep an eye on those and answer them. But we will see you guys on Tuesday.